Namo Pahaya Krishna Kashaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Utinami Namaste Saraswate Deve Gaurvani Pracharine Nirvishesha Navadi Akshate Dekshitani Deoshi Krishna Prabhu Nityananda Shri Krishna Gadadhar Srivastava Bhakta-vrinda Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Nitanor Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitanor Hari Bol, Jai Jai Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jai Jai Prabhupada, Jai Jai Gurudev, 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 Jai Jai Gurudev, Gautamande, Hari Hari.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. अब तीनों ही एक्सपर्ट बन गए हैं आप.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna and Pranam, dear devotees. So, welcome to our daily reading of Srimad Bhagavatam. So, we will begin the session now. Oh, okay. So, today we are at present 9 out of 9. 5 devotees have attempted. Okay. Ayush Prabhu, 100%. Then Giriraj Das, 100%. Anshi Mataji, 100%. Anupam Mataji, 100%. Ayush तो अभी ऊपर था, नीचे हो गया. What happened?
Hare Krishna. Please refer once again.
Prabhuji, 2 attempts.
हाँ, क्या हुआ?
One refresh करिए.
Okay. Yes, yes. Atul Prabhu has come. Atul Prabhu kahan gaya now?
I
Yes.
was late.
But you're still on the top, Prabhu. Wonderful. Atul Prabhu, Giriraj Das, and Mataji, Anupa Mataji, Ayush. Then Pinky Mataji. She's attempting. Okay. Monday morning. So today we are going to read a wonderful prayer by Kunti Maharani, one of the most elevated devotees in all the characters of Mahabharata. She's a very, very, very special devotee. And we are reading her intense prayers. So, कल हम लोगों ने पढ़ा किस तरह से उन्होंने बोला कि कितनी जो है विपदाएं उनके ऊपर आई थी और किस तरह से वो हर एक विपदा को उन्होंने याद किया था। हर एक विपदा को उन्होंने याद किया कि किस तरह से उनका जो है वो उनको जलाने की कोशिश की गई, उसको भीम को पॉइजन देने की कोशिश की गई। हाँ, और उसमें बोला था मृदे मृदे, मतलब अगेन एंड अगेन। हाँ, ऐसा नहीं कि एक बार ट्राई किया फेल हो गए तो उन्होंने छोड़ दिया, हाँ, कौरवों ने, बल्कि वो बार बार जो है कभी हाँ किसी ना किसी तरीके से मारने की पूरी उनकी साजिश करते रहे। और हाँ, और जबकि जब वो वनवास में भी थे, हाँ, वो तब भी वो दुष्ट दुर्योधन, हाँ, he still kept on scheming things, how to kill the Pandavas so that I can enjoy the whole, planet for myself, and my brothers, but not with my cousins who were the right highest to the throne. So आज जो ये श्लोक है, तो ये एक परिकाष्ठा है कुंती महारानी की प्रार्थनाओं की। और ये जो श्लोक है जिससे हम कल भी बात कर रहे थे कि ये in ISKCON we consider, we take pride in ourselves that we are at least aiming for शुद्ध भक्ति। पर जो हम शुद्ध भक्ति का एम भी कर रहे हैं, आप पाएंगे कि बड़े कम भक्त हैं जो ये श्लोक को याद करके और ये प्रार्थना श्री कृष्ण से कर सकते हैं। इसके लिए बड़ा बल नहीं, साहस और वो भी नहीं चाहिए, बट भक्ति चाहिए बहुत सारी। ये श्लोक की प्रार्थना हम कभी इस जन्म में या कभी किसी जन्म में हम भी कर सकें। So we will start our session now. ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जना शलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। वाञ्छा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी निति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारिणे। जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय। श्रीमती कुंती महारानी की जय। तो ये आज का श्लोक, विपदा सांतुता शाश्वत तत्र तत्र जगत गुरो भवतो दर्शनम यत् स्याद आपुनर्भव दर्शनम। विपदा कैलामिटीज, संतु लेट देयर बी, ता all, शाश्वत again and again, tatra there, tatra and there, jagat guru or lord of the universe, bhavata your, darshanam meeting, yat that which, sayat is, apanu not again, bhavadarshanam seeing repetition of birth and death. Translation and prepared by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. I wish that all those calamities would happen again and again so that we could see you again and again. For seeing you means that we'll no longer see repeated birth and death. तो ये कुंती महारानी की प्रार्थना है कि ये जितनी भी कैलेमिटीज जो पिछले श्लोक में उन्होंने बोली थी कि किस तरह से कि वी वर ट्राइड टू गिव पॉइजन, हमें आग में जला दिया गया। और गिव मी 1 सेकेंड। सॉरी। सो हाँ, क्या क्या हुआ उनके साथ कि उनको उनको पॉइजन दिया गया, बच्चों को, उनको आग में जिंदा जलाने की कोशिश की गई। हाँ, और हर एक तरीके से उनको मारने की कोशिश की गई। हाँ, और तो और उनकी जो पुत्रवधू है, हाँ, उसको निवस्त्र करने की कोशिश करी गई भरी भरी असेंबली में। हाँ, इन फ्रंट ऑफ ऑल द सीनियर्स, सेम लेवल जूनियर्स। हाँ, ऑल दो सफरिंग्स। हाँ, कुंती महारानी इज प्रेइंग in this verse, let them come again and again, not once more. She's not saying once more, she's saying again and again. So shashwat, again and again. Vipada santu ta shashwat, tatra tatra jagat guru bhavata darshanam. उससे क्या होगा? आपके दर्शन होंगे, और आपके दर्शन होने से क्या होगा? भव दर्शनम, कि आप पुनर्भव दर्शनम, कि अगर भगवत दर्शन होगा तो जो भव दर्शन है, ये जो जन्म मृत्यु का जो साइकिल है, ये खत्म हो जाएगा। आई विश दैट ऑल दोस कैलामिटीज वुड हैपन अगेन एंड अगेन, so that we could see you again and again. For seeing you mean that we will no longer see repeated births and death. Like this. Because हर जब भी कैलामिटी हुई तो भगवान ने बचाया। दे कुड सी इन एवरीथिंग हैंड ऑफ कृष्णा इन द सेविंग। हाँ, और ऐसा नहीं है कि जो कैलामिटीज आ रही हैं उसमें उन्होंने उनका हाथ नहीं देखा। हाँ, बल्कि जो जो जहां से वो बचे, हाँ, उसके अंदर उसके अंदर उन्होंने, हाँ, भगवान का हाथ देखा। हाँ, सो दिस इज द माइंडसेट ऑफ उत्तम अधिकारी। और इसका जो पर्पट है, दैट इज ऑल्सो इक्वली वंडरफुल। So we'll read the purport. Generally, the distressed, the needy, the intelligent, and the inquisitive who have performed some pious activities worship or begin to worship the Lord. Artho arthi jigyasu ज्ञानी। सो ये क्या है? इनके पास सुकृति होती है भगवान के पास आने की और भगवान के पूजा या भगवान की शरण लेने की बिगिनिंग स्टेज के अंदर। Others who are thriving on misdeeds only, regardless of status, cannot approach the Supreme due to being misled by the illusory energy. Maya iprit jnana, Krishna बोलते हैं भगवद गीता में। Therefore, for a pious person, if there is some calamity, there is no other alternative than to take shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord. Constantly remembering the lotus feet of the Lord means preparing for liberation from birth and death. So, if we are absorbed 24/7 into Shravanam Kirtanam, then what is being happening? We are preparing for liberation from birth and death. Therefore, even though there are so-called calamities, they are welcome because they give us an opportunity to remember the Lord, which means liberation. तो प्रभुपाद इसको सिंपल फिलोसफिकल लैंग्वेज में तोड़ रहे हैं इस श्लोक के, हाँ, मतलब को, हाँ, कि इसका अर्थ क्या है श्लोक का। हाँ, तो कह रहे हैं कि इसलिए जब जब मुश्किलें मुसीबतें आती हैं, भक्त उसको वेलकम करते हैं, क्योंकि उनकी जो इंटेंसिटी है याद करने की, हाँ, और एक वो और इंटेंस अपॉर्चुनिटी मिलती है, उद्दीपन मिलता है भगवान को याद करने का। और भगवान को याद करने का मतलब है मुक्ति। सो एक्चुअली जैसे मैंने आपको बोला कि ये बहुत कम भक्त हैं जो इस तरह की जो प्रार्थनाएं हैं उनको रिपीट करते हैं। But basically, what is happening is that Krishna is looking at more intense love, more intense love, and the devotee is also looking at a more intense intensity of love. Both of them are looking at that. That जो भक्त है वो सोच रहा है मैं और कितनी इंटेंसिटी से भगवान को प्रेम कर सकता हूँ, और भगवान भी उस प्रेम का स्वादन करना चाहते हैं और तेजी से और तेजी से और इंटेंस. मोस्टली हम लोग सोचते हैं, जिससे हम पूछते हैं, आप इस्कॉन में पूछेंगे आपका गोल क्या है भक्ति करने का, तो स्टैंडर्ड आंसर मिल जाता है कृष्ण प्रेम. आवर गोल इज कृष्ण प्रेम. बट व्हेन वी रीड Bhagavatam, or more than Bhagavatam, if we read, CC, then we understand what is the gradation also in prem. There are so many stages. There is a sneh, there is a man, there is pranay, there is rag, there is anurag, there is bhav, then there is mahabhav, which only Srimati Radharani or the close Sakhis, they can have it. Or Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he experienced it. It is exclusive, more or less, for Srimati Radharani. So we don't understand in a conjugal relationship. We think love, yes, love, but within love there is gradation. Sneh, man, pranay, rag, anurag, unmad, bhav, mahabhav. So all these are given in Nectar of Devotion and Chaitanya Charitamrita, with examples. What does mean? What is man? What is sneh? What is unmad? What is pranay? What is bhav? Rag? So then it is a deeper and deeper and more intense love. इस तरह से समझ सकते हैं. The more and more intensity of love goes higher and higher and higher and higher, like this. So this is not the bhav we are talking is not bhav bhakti. This bhav is a gradation of love, like this. So that intensity Krishna is looking from every soul. He is looking that kind of intensity. And the उत्तम the शुद्ध भक्त जो है भगवान के, वो भी उसी इंटेंसिटी से भगवान को प्रेम करना चाहते हैं कि और बड़े. We cannot understand how Krishna left Srimati Radharani in Vrindavan, Yashoda Mai also, and Nanda Maharaj, all his friends, all the animals, all the cows, all the gopis, और उनकी हालत क्या थी जब वो सबसे श्रेष्ठ जो है सारे भक्तों में, जब वो हम बृहद भागवत में पढ़ते हैं कि नारद जी श्रेष्ठ भक्त के लिए ढूंढते हैं, तो ढूंढते प्रहलाद महाराज, हनुमान जी, इंद्र, उपेंद्र, then Pandavas, then Yadus, then in Yadu, he goes to Uddhav. Uddhav is the greatest. Then Uddhav say, yes, I also used to think like this, that I am the greatest devotee, but when I went to Braj, then I realized my love is nothing. That his love is nothing. So what he saw there, you can see how somebody can love. Prabhupada बताते हैं कि कैसे कि जो यशोदा माई है, then the lecture I've heard that she went blind. She went blind by crying. Krishna को याद करके she went blind. And Prabhupada said, we have not seen any example. उसमें लेक्चर था आई थिंक, एंड देन प्रभुपाद सेज कि आज तक मैंने कोई ऐसा हमने उदाहरण नहीं देखा है कि एक मदर वेंट ब्लाइंड व्हेन शी सेपरेटेड फ्रॉम द सन, लाइक दिस. सो दिस इज द यू कैन से एपिटोमी ऑफ ए वात्सल्य भाव. तो आप सोच सकते हैं कि उससे ऊपर जो है वो माधुर्य भाव के अंदर कि एट व्हाट लेवल love can go, like this. So these intensities of love we don't understand. So that's why we can't appreciate what Yashodama is going through, what Nand Maharaj is going through, and what, of course, what the gopis and Srimati Radharani is going. that the life is hanging just by a little thread, the whole life is hanging. That also because that Krishna said, I will come back. Like that. But otherwise, their bodies are completely gone. So that is the intensity of love which the soul is capable of. Like this. So this is the intensity like that. Longing for such intensity, then Kunti Maharani is praying. Okay, we read further. And those who want to read can raise their hand. One who has taken shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord, which are accepted as the most suitable boat for crossing the ocean of nations, can achieve liberation as easily as one leaps over the holes made by the hoofs of a calf. Such persons are meant to reside in the abode of the Lord, and they have nothing to do with a place where there is a danger in every step. Padam padam yat vipadam. और जो ऊपर का भी है पूरा जो लाइन है, it's a, I think it's a श्लोक by 4 Kumaras. It comes, I think, in 4th Canto. So उसी का paraphrase है. पूरा जो line है पूरी कि one who has taken the shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord, which are accepted as the most suitable boat for crossing the ocean of nations, can achieve liberation easily as one leaps over the holes made over by the hoofs. तो क्या है कि जो भगवान की शरण लेते हैं, ना केवल वो क्रॉस कर सकते हैं भवसागर को, बल्कि वो जो सागर है वो भी सिमट जाता है. तो एक तो बोट मिलती है आपको एक कोने से दूसरे कोने जाने के लिए, और दूसरा है कि वो सागर भी है वो भी सिमट के एक जो काव के हुफ प्रिंट के बराबर हो जाता है. लाइक दिस. अदरवाइज वी नो in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Dukhalayam ashashvatam. Bhagavatam also says, Padam Padam Yat Vipadam. So there is a danger, there is a calamity, at every step. And which we see in our life. Life is going smoothly, somebody dies in the family. Life is going smoothly, job is a problem, or it becomes insecure. Life is going smoothly, kid has a problem. Life is going smoothly, health is an issue. Life is going smoothly, something else happened. So all these things we see is why? Because this place is meant for that. This place is not meant for enjoyment. It's a place meant for punishment for the rebellious souls. Okay, we read further. This material world is certified by the Lord in Bhagavad Gita as a dangerous place full of calamities. Less intelligent persons prepare plans to adjust to those calamities without knowing that the nature of this place itself is full of calamities. इसीलिए जो भगवान के जो भक्त हैं, जो समझदार लोग हैं, they never make plans, permanent plans, or plans to make this place nice place to be with, like this. Or we adjust, okay, no calamity means sukh, like this. Okay, it is nice. No problem nahi aa rahi hai, yahi sukh hai. Par waisa nahi. Because Atma still remains unsatisfied, because Atma is not looking at Shanti, Atma is looking at Anand. They have no information of the abode of the Lord, which is full of bliss and without trace of calamity. So ये क्या है? कुंठ, और उसको बोलते हैं वैकुंठ. वैकुंठ means where there is no anxiety. Rather here, in this place is kuntha, full of anxiety. This is what distinguishes Vaikuntha and Kuntha. The duty of the sane person, therefore, is to be undisturbed by worldly calamities. ये भगवान भगवद गीता में भी कहते हैं कि धीर रहे, है ना, and don't be disturbed by these worldly calamities, which are sure to happen in all circumstances. Suffering all sorts of unavoidable misfortunes. One should make progress in spiritual realization, because that is a mission of the human life. The spirit soul is transcendental to all material calamities. Therefore, the so-called calamities are called false. A man may see a tiger swallowing him in a dream, and he may cry for this calamity. Actually, there is no tiger and there is no suffering. It is simply a case of dreams. In the same way, all calamities of life are said to be dreams. If someone is lucky enough to get in contact with the Lord by devotional service, it is all gain. Contact with the Lord by any one of the 9 devotional services is always a step forward on the path of going back to Godhead. Like this. Because why? Because the natural state of a soul is Satchidanand, and soul, it is said in a dream. Why? Because soul is uh, is though we are having a bad experience, but actually that bad experience is not real in that sense. In the sense, जैसे हम कोई मूवी देखते हैं और मूवी में अगर कोई some sad scene is there and somebody kills the hero or the heroine or the hero's mother or whatever, then immediately we feel pain, like this, because the consciousness goes there in the film screen and we are completely absorbed and we think this is the real life. Like this. फिल्म का तो कहना ही क्या, हम नई कार लेके चलते हैं, कुछ होता है, उसी पे कोई स्क्रैच मार जाए, हमारे दिल पे चोट लगती है, जितना स्क्रैच कार पे उतना इसका. Why? Because the consciousness is in the car. Consciousness is God in the car. No, oh, this is my car and I have got like this, like this. Then immediately we feel pain. We are able to fight on the roads for the sake of like an uncivilized person, just because our consciousness is so much in this car. We don't take it as a mode of transport. We take it as a part of my personality, part of me only. I take it, the car, like this. So then if somebody scratches, then immediately we feel hurt in the heart. So similarly, what is happening in the life, I have some spouse, some children, then again, Punarapi Jananam, Punarapi Manam, next life, somebody else is my wife or husband, some other children, some other, again, the cycle goes on. So in that manner, it is false. Whatever it is, whatever temporary is called asat, like this. Or sometimes Prabhupada explains, or Guru Maharaj used to explain that it is like a collective dream. We are in like a Mahavishnu's collective dream. And soul is getting all these experiences of this thing, and still tries to make, okay, this life, if next time I get a good mother-in-law or good children or good husband or good wife, then I can be. Then again the desire brings the soul back and back, sometime in a male body, sometime in a female body, sometime in a demigod body, sometime in an animal body. So all that is going on, which is like a dream, like this. So that's why. So she's having these prayers to intensify her longing for Krishna. So like this. So now we come to the next verse, 26. कि कौन लोग जो है भगवान की शरण ले पाते हैं, कौन अच्छी तरह से भगवान की शरण ले पाते हैं, क्या रीजन है वो बताते हैं इसमें. जन्मेश्वर्य श्रुताश्री भीड़ एधात्मान मदापुमान नैवार्हति अभिधातुम वै त्वम अकिंचन गोचरन. Okay, who wants to read? Hi, Captain. Yes, Ayush, go ahead.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Janma, birth, Aishwarya, opulence, Shruta, education, Shribih, by the possession of beauty, Edhamana, progressively increasing, Madaha, intoxication, Puman, the human being, Na, never, Eva, ever, Arhati, deserves, Abhidatum, to address in feeling, Vai, certainly, Tvam, you, Akinchana Gocharam, one who is approached easily by the materially exhausted man. Translation: My Lord, your Lordship can easily be approached, but only by those who are materially exhausted. One who is on the path of material progress, trying to improve himself with respectable parentage, great opulence, high education, and bodily beauty, cannot approach you with sincere feeling. Purport.
So ये
Being mate-
so ये श्लोक बता रहा है कि कौन लोग भगवान को अप्रोच कर सकते हैं. हाँ, कौन कौन अप्रोच कर सकता है भगवान को? One was saying one who is materially exhausted. Like this. जो तप चुका है वो understand कि this is not अकिंचन गोचरन. One who is approached easily, one who is approached easily by the materially. तो भगवान को बोल रहे हैं भगवान is akinch, he is easily approached by those who's akinchana, who have no material desires. इसीलिए प्रभुपाद बोलते थे कि material progress and spiritual progress, they don't go hand in hand. So how do you understand somebody is progressing well in spiritual life? Is he has no interest or not much interest, or his interest in material life is reducing. It is not he becomes irresponsible, but question is he is doing more or less as a duty. He himself has no desire to enjoy the material life. I want a bigger house. I want a bigger car. I want more facilities for my children, this or that. Whatever is required to do, that he does, but he has no desire. So you will see their timing, their priority in life changes. Mostly we see priority number 1 is a material, the priority number 2 maybe family, priority number 3 spiritual. So it changes. Priority number 1 spiritual, priority number 2 family, priority number 3 material life, like this. The sequence changes. So that is the one that you understand कि वो हर एक व्यक्ति अपने आप ही कुछ समझ सकता है, किसी को समझाने की जरूरत नहीं है कि what is happening to his material desires and material wishes, like this. तो वो लोग कर सकते हैं. और जो लोग who wants to improve their parentage और जन्म ऐश्वर्य, जो लिखा है इसमें जन्म ऐश्वर्य श्रुति भी श्री, जो ये चीजें जो है जो पायस मानी जाती हैं, ग्रेट फैमिली, ग्रेट ऑपुलेंस, हाई एजुकेशन, बॉडीली ब्यूटी, so they are saying, Kunti Maharani is saying, they cannot approach you with sincere feelings. So उस sincerity के लिए one has to come to the stage of akinchana. Okay. Yes. Ankur Prabhu, you read. Go ahead. Read the purport because we have less time now. Hare Krishna.
Being materially advanced means taking birth in an aristocratic family and possessing great wealth and education and attractive personal beauty. All materialistic men are mad after possessing all these material opulences, and this is known as the advancement of material civilization. But the result is that by possessing all these material assets, one becomes artificially puffed up, intoxicated by such temporary possessions. Consequently, such materially puffed up persons are incapable of uttering the holy name of the Lord by addressing him feelingly. O Govinda, O Krishna. It is said in the Shastras that by once uttering the holy name of the Lord, the sinner gets rid of a quantity of sins that he is unable to commit. Such is the power of uttering the holy name of the Lord. There is not the least exaggeration in this statement. Actually, the Lord's holy name has such powerful potency, but there is a quality to such utterances also. It depends on the quality of feeling. A helpless man can feelingly utter the holy name of the Lord, whereas a man who utters the same holy name in great material satisfaction cannot be so sincere. A materially puffed up person may utter the holy name of the Lord occasionally, but he is incapable of uttering the name in quality. Therefore, the four principles of material advancement, namely high parentage, good wealth, high education, and attractive beauty, are, so to speak, disqualifications for progress on the path of spiritual advancement. The material covering of the pure spirit soul is an external feature, as much as fever is an external feature of the unhealthy body. The general process is to decrease the degree of the fever and not to aggravate it by maltreatment. Sometimes it is seen that spiritually advanced persons become materially impoverished. This is not discouragement. On the other hand, such impoverishment is a good sign. as much as the falling of temperature is a good sign. The principle of life should be to decrease the degree of material intoxication, which leads one to be more and more illusioned about the aim of life. Grossly illusioned persons are quite unfit for entrance into the kingdom of God.
Hare Krishna. So these are tough ones to swallow, है ना? So प्रभुपाद कह रहे हैं कि ऐसा नहीं है कि कई बार जो लोग spiritual बढ़ते हैं, कई बार देखते हैं कि वो materially they become little impoverished, or they don't become so opulent, or their opulence come down. पर उसमें discourage नहीं होना चाहिए, बल्कि ये सोचना चाहिए कि वो जो ज्वर है, भवरोग का, वो ज्वर कम हो रहा है, तो बुखार कम हो रहा है, like this, huh? So so these are, like I said, uh, 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 this is the you can say benediction of Srimad Bhagavatam, because everywhere pure devotional service उसी की बात की गई है. और इसीलिए हम देखते हैं कि अगर हम भक्ति में आगे बढ़ना चाहते हैं, सो इसीलिए everything depends on my internal connection with Krishna, not so much about external. So one can be most opulent person in the world and be a great devotee of the Lord, and one can be the poorest person in the world and not have anything to the Lord. So poverty or opulence doesn't have anything to do with bhakti, but only thing is that most of the times that opulence, it becomes distraction, and we see in our lives, it is not something that you get a big sum of money, then what do you want to do? अगर हमें बड़ा सा कुछ पैसा मिल जाए, so I think, oh, what will I do? Oh, I can buy a car, I can buy a bigger house, I can give some donation to temple, है ना? बट ऐसा नहीं आएगा, ठीक है, मुझे 10 लाख रुपए मिल गए, अब मैंने 10 के 10 लाख ठाकुर जी को दे दिए. That feeling usually doesn't come. So it comes, okay, let's divide the pie. Okay, this to this, this to this, this to this, and this to this, है ना? Because we think ये ठाकुर जी की कृपा से नहीं मिला है, मेरी मेहनत की कमाई है और ये मुझे मिलनी चाहिए, और ये मैं डिसाइड करूंगा किसको कितना मिलना है, लाइक दैट. सो देन अगर कोई भक्त सिंसियर है और आगे बढ़ना चाहता है, तो भगवान ले लेते हैं सारा कुछ. वो कहते हैं ठीक है भाई, तुम बिना इसके अच्छे हो, पर वो लेते उसी से है जिनको उनको पता है कि जो खो देने की क्षमता रखता है. तो इसमें डरने की बात नहीं है, क्योंकि you understand that somebody takes a lollipop away from a small child, वो तो रो रो के बुरा हाल कर देगा, है ना? But same thing, if you take it from a teenager, he may not cry so much, because the father is trying to teach, तो जैसे हमारा सोहम है, सोहम से कुछ ले लो तो आप कुछ छीन लो, वो पूरे रेल के डब्बे को हाया तो मचा देगा. बट ये अथर्व से करोगे, so he may not do the same thing, because he's little bit more mature, he understands and he will learn the lesson also, like this. So इसी तरह से भगवान भी, जो सारा लेखा जोखा है मटेरियल, वो उसी का लेते हैं जिनको पता है कि हाँ ये ले सकता है. जो ले ही नहीं सकता, वो उससे नहीं लेते हैं. तो इससे डरिएगा मत, बट वन शुड हैव ए डिजायर फॉर इट. मेन थिंग इज दिस, वन शुड हैव सच डिजायर कि दैट माय होल थिंग शुड बी टू कृष्णा, है ना? And this one life, like many of you who came, heard yesterday's the lecture, and that we can that we should have a desire that in this lifetime I want to completely surrender to Krishna. But I should not desire, oh, just before, one day before death, it should happen. Like this, like this. हम बूढ़ा हो जाऊंगा, बूढ़ी हो जाएंगे, तब होना चाहिए. अभी नहीं भगवान, अभी रहने देना. But हाँ, अंत समय में मुझे शुद्ध भक्त बनना है. Not like this. So then, if we want to cheat Krishna, then he's the biggest cheater. So like this. So इसीलिए इनकी जो प्रार्थनाएं हैं कुंती महारानी की, बहुत सुंदर है. और प्रभुपाद ने इसके ऊपर लेक्चर भी दिए हैं, जिनकी पूरी वो टीचिंग्स ऑफ कुंती महारानी की पूरी बुकलेट है उनकी लेक्चर्स के ऊपर. वी कैन रीड दोज लेक्चर्स एंड फील नरिश्ड. वी कैन हियर दोज लेक्चर्स इन ऑडियो, फील नरिश्ड, like this, because there is so much potency in the prayers of the pure devotees of the Lord. Hare Krishna. Oh, we went 5 minutes over. So these are wonderful shlokas. That's why I explained, at least I tried, whatever is my small level of realization or understanding, not realization, understanding, I try to explain so that we understand the importance of these shlokas. So if anybody has a question, we can take, otherwise we'll end the session now. Hare Krishna. Okay, so everybody understood everything. Hare Krishna. So we will end the session now. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhu bhayevacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namo. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnavind ki jai, Granthra Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Nitai Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bol. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.